Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? Hello and welcome to the workshop. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you very, very much. If you are new to the channel, if you like sneakers, feel free to subscribe. We upload a lot of sneaker videos. Buckets, what's a lot? Define a lot.
Almost every single day.
Almost every single day. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Mr. Foamer Simpson. When I am not here in this valley of sneaker boxes, you can find me on those other platforms. Last thing I want to mention before we dive into the sneakers is the t-shirt that I am wearing right now. It is the Uncivilized USA t-shirt. Buckets, who is behind the camera, and myself, we have a clothing brand, and this is our latest offering. Good word, Buckets?
Very good word.
Made in the USA, premium quality. Buckets, give me some. Mutabella?
Definitely Mutabella.
You got an adjective for me.
Mutabella.
Also, limited quantity, so if you do want this t-shirt, if you are interested, you want to check it out, we will put a link in the description of this video, uncivilizedstore.com. Boom. I'll leave it at that. You got anything to add, or are we diving in?
Diving in.
3, 2, 1, bang, bang. This is the Union LA Nike Cortez Sesame. These released very recently and retail was $130. They did sell out as expected. I was able to grab this pair from a local resale shop down here in the Tampa area. Kicks are for us, so shouts to them. Appreciate them looking out as always. The funny thing about these is even though they sold out, which was expected, like I said, you can still get them for retail. They have zero resale value, which is something that I did not expect. Buckets, did you?
I didn't.
You know, when you think of Union LA and the collaborations that they've done, Jordan, Nike, etc., it's usually stuff that's pretty sought after, you know, whether it's the ones, the fours, the dunks, and yet here are these, which you can actually find for even a little under retail in some sizes, which is crazy. But hey, listen, I am not complaining. I'm a little surprised, but I'm not complaining at all. These did release alongside another colorway, the Off Noir pair, and I personally do not like those at all. But this colorway, the Sesame, I love them. I know a lot of people do not feel the same way. I've seen a lot of slander when it comes to this particular collaboration, this particular sneaker. And I can't really figure out why, because Buckets, I don't know. I think they're pretty awesome. Have you also seen on the social media, Twitter, Instagram, it seems people are not really feeling these, and the resale value is probably a pretty good gauge for that as well.
Yeah, so I have seen that.
People aren't feeling them.
Doesn't appear so.
Are you feeling them?
I am, but we'll talk about it later.
You saving it for the end?
Yes.
Gotcha. I also want to mention, I'm not even a huge Cortez guy, so, and I still like these. Now, Union LA is obviously an LA-based brand. The Cortez is, Buckets, the LA sneaker.
For sure.
I feel like it is. These are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Cortez. I think it makes sense that Nike and Union LA teamed up, being that it is an LA sneaker. And I think they did a good job. I dig the fact that the Cortez is such an old classic model. We're talking early 70s. So they stayed true to that to some degree anyway, but they did give it a little bit of a new edge, which I think is cool also. For starters, you've got this tan suede on most of the upper. You can see the different panels. They also used this bright pink suede. You've got it along the bottom half of the eyelets, a little Frankenstein stitching, and on both swooshes as well. I think it's a really nice shade of pink. It has a nice pop to it. Full disclosure, I am a sucker for pink hits on a sneaker. I don't know, I like it. More pink suede on the heel tab, Sidney Poitier logo on the top, and if you flip it up, you've got Nike underneath. Very cool touch. Same thing on the gold Union LA tag on the side here. You've got Nike underneath. More Nike and Union branding on the tongue tag. Some more Frankenstein stitching. Know the ledge on the back side of that tag. And then you see the exposed edge on the top of the tongue here. Pink and tan cotton laces. There's also an extra set of laces as well. Blue Dubray at the bottom, another pretty cool touch. And I really like this woven type of material underneath, kind of as a backdrop to the whole sneaker with the muted baby blue and just a very aged look to it. Same as the tongue, it has that aged or vintage type of look to it, which is something we've seen quite a bit from Union LA. That fits their whole aesthetic, that fits their whole vibe. Another small detail that I like is this leather trim around the ankle, and they even used a cork insole. So all the different materials they used, they just work really well together in my opinion. And then they capped it off with this cratered midsole, which does, by the way, contain some Nike grind, and that means there are some recycled materials incorporated, which again is always cool. And you can see the outsole is that same tan color with some of the blue sprinkled in. Nothing too crazy. I think these are really dope. I like them a lot. I do. The details, the materials. Having said that, at the end of the day, it really does come down to the colorway and the color blocking, because I really don't like the Off Noir pair, and those have all the same details. So moral of the story is colorways make sneakers, and these are a go for me. You know, that's something we've talked about a lot in previous videos. Sometimes it just comes down to, do you like the colorway or not? It is really as simple as that. Now, I actually have a second pair on the way. I'm gonna wear one pair. I also want to give away a pair. You know, I think this could be a sneaker that grows on people. We see that sometimes with different releases, with different pairs. One that people look back, buckets, I don't know, a year, 2 years, like, damn, those were more dope than we gave them credit for right when they dropped.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, we see that. I would say we see it pretty often. Now, here's another question I present to you. Sir Buckets, Esquire, please say the Esquire. Is the Cortez to LA what the Air Force One is to New York, or is the Air Force One a little too universal at this point?
I think the Air Force One is much less regional.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because the Cortez is like super West Coast. Not to say people don't wear them everywhere, and it's a sneaker that's been around forever too. You probably have to throw, we always praise the Air Force One for its longevity and how it's been a staple forever. These have been around since the early 70s and are still a staple, even if it is a more regional thing.
For sure.
Damn, the Cortez.
I mean, it's Forrest Gump sneaker.
It is. Man, a sneaker that's good enough for Forrest Gump is good enough for me.
I agree.
Life is like a box of chocolates, baby. Okay, scale of 1 to 10. What am I going to give these? And again, I do think it's cool that they used specifically an LA brand for the 50th anniversary. I think that makes sense. I'm giving these an 8.32 out of 10. I'm going to the second decimal on these.
Wow.
I'm excited about them. I like them. And I like that they had no resale value because it made it very easy to acquire. Bucket, scale of 1 to 10. Give me all you got.
I'm going to go 8.
8 out of 10, you dig them.
I think they're awesome.
Now, you are a Cortez guy.
I like Cortezes for sure.
Yeah. You know, got some LA vibes going on. I respect it.
Yeah, the pair that I wear mostly is the Forrest Gump pair.
Yeah, the Forrest Gump. That's a classic. Come on. That's definitely a classic. Leave a comment below. Let us know, how do you feel about this sneaker? How do you feel about this colorway, the Sesame versus that Off Noir? Is it a pair that you are excited about? Was it an easy pass? Whatever your thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever they are, leave a comment below and let us know. Always love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. You are very, very appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, mañana, same time, same place, right here at the workshop with a brand new sneaker for your head top. I got nothing else. Buckets, anything to add?
No.
Remember, uncivilizedstore.com, limited quantities. Adios.